Trip on Two Wheels here. Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell, it's pretty early in the morning here, about 6:45, and it's about 35 degrees out. What am I doing up so early and out in the cold? Well, I am waiting for the delivery fellow to show up with my 04 Harley Davidson barn find Sportster Roadster. And this will be the first time I've ever seen it in person. I have seen photos before, and I think this is him now. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's just hope this bike is worth it. Hey, well, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it.
Sure thing, Trip.
Drive safely.
Always.
And Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you too, sir.
All right, take care, man. So long, Santa. Wish I had that guy come bring me a bike every day. All right, let's go take a look at the Sporty. Well, on the surface, she didn't look like a bad deal at all for $1,000. A couple of scratches here and there. We'll get this thing cleaned up and take a good look at it. Missing a battery cover there, that's for sure. And I know the previous owner had hit something, so we've got a bent turn signal assembly. This bike was last started in 2011. Some of the things she's got on her. We've got foot forward pegs, as well as mid pegs and passenger pegs. It's got the two-person seat, has the sissy bar and backrest. I really like the Sportster Roadster. It's got the twin gauge cluster up front, and of course it's got the twin disc brakes. This also has an audible alarm and has engine guards or crash guards, whatever you want to call them. Got a little corrosion on it, not much. So we need some stuff to clean this puppy up and maybe some chrome polish. I'm gonna need to certainly take off the gas tank and flush it. Now the other thing I don't know is, does the petcock need to be replaced? Gonna need to change the oil, change the primary fluid of the transmission fluid, which would be right in there. Probably need a new gasket for that. Probably need to replace the fuel line, re-kit the carb, new battery, new spark plugs, and then try to fire her up. We'll see about getting a new battery box and a new turn signal lens and assembly here. You can see that's loose, but all in all, looks like the barn find is a pretty good barn find. Detachable windshield. Oh, you can see she did lay it down once, and you can tell there's the scratches on the windshield. A little bit of scratch here on the brake lever. You can see just a tiny scratch there. We got a loose mirror. We'll have to tighten that up. I think that's all that is. And then this hit And maybe the battery cover, that might be why it's not there. Looks like a little something dripped here on the paint. I'll need to touch that up. Nothing's been here on the fender though, that's nice. There's a little bit of a scratch. Let's see if we can't buff some of that out or repaint that. Fender looks, ooh, a little bend in the fender there. Dang it. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. But anyway, it's very small, very slight. Couple just very, very tiny scratches on the gas tank, but those really ought to buff out. Those aren't deep at all. You probably wouldn't even notice them. Oh goodness, didn't see this. She's been dropped twice. All right, well, this is definitely something that's got to be ordered. Dang, didn't see that. But you know, it's weird. We got some damage there. That's curled there. I've got to get a new one of those now. But you know, it didn't oh, we got a scrape here. That's no big deal. Obviously, I'm going to need to pull the cover here and get to that carburetor, and more than likely have to re-kit the carburetor, rebuild that. So really there's no telling what I'm going to find inside here. I don't know if there's rust in the cylinders. I don't know if there's rust in the gas tank. I haven't even looked in the tank. I don't know what's in there. So let's take a look in the tank and see what we see. I know from pictures he sent there's a little bit of corrosion. All right, got the trusty headlamp here. Let's look down. I do see just a little bit of rust down in there. I don't know if you can see in there. Probably not. That's very tough for me, but hardly any rust whatsoever. I just see a couple of small flakes, if that. So I think where I'm going to start out is with an oil change, and we're going to change the primary fluid and put a new gasket in there. I think that's where we're going to start out. Then we'll go and get a battery for this guy, order a carb kit, and we'll take the tank off, and I'm going to fill the tank up with vinegar and let it set for about 3 days, and then flush that out with some distilled water, and then I'm going to fill it up with distilled water and baking soda, and we'll see if we can't get any bits of rust out of there that might be lingering around. You don't want those to get down to the fuel line and into the carburetor. Overall, the bike looks really nice, really good shape. I just wish this little dent or this little crease wasn't here in the fender, but you know, it's hardly noticeable. I'm not gonna worry about that. Now let's talk about the risk here. I just got this thing. I don't even know if the cylinders are frozen. I don't know if the seals are gone and this thing is gonna leak like a bucket with a hole in it. You know, got a pretty good deal at $1,000 on this bike, but then again, I don't know what surprises await me. All right, well, I'm gonna spend more time going over this bike with a fine-tooth comb. As you've just noticed, I'm finding a few things that need to be addressed that I didn't realize right away, but nothing too major. Fun project bike. I'm excited. I think I did pretty well for $1,000. We're gonna get at it. So for now, I'm gonna take Sporty here and put her in her new barn. Hey, listen, thanks for watching the video. I'm gonna turn this into a series. First, I wanna get it to run, then I want to get it rideable, and then I want it to, you know, look fairly good. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this bike or sell it after I fix it up, but I'm gonna do a series of videos on this project, and I really hope you'll subscribe. I hope you'll hit the like button. I hope you'll hit the notification bell. You can follow along with me on this project, and we'll see how she turns out. I'm not a big wrencher. One of the reasons I got this bike was to learn how to wrench, and I think this is the perfect low-risk project to do it with. I only paid $1,000 for the bike. I paid $400 to have it delivered. I've got 14 in it so far. I'm gonna try to keep things under about $2,000. Anyhow, this is Trip on Two Wheels. Until next time, ride safe and ride often.